Can you have more than one VA home loan at a time? And if so, can you rent those properties out? This is one of the most frequently asked questions that I get, that I am constantly amazed at the amount of misinformation that's out there and what bad advice people get surrounding this topic. So first things first, let's get one thing clear. You can absolutely have more than one VA loan at a time. Now, the key here, the VA's guidance and what the VA home loan is designed to do is to give you a loan program that gives you the opportunity to buy a house that you are going to live in as your primary residence. Does that mean that it has to be your primary residence forever? Absolutely not. Does it mean that it can't become a great rental property for you in the future? Absolutely not. The people that utilize their VA loan and they maximize the benefit that they earn through their service, ton of them, if not, most of them, do exactly this. Now, there's a point where we have to be strategic so that you have enough entitlement on your benefit so that you can own more than one house, and you can own more than one house with a VA home loan. There's different options. You can have 2 VA home loans at a time. You can refinance your previous VA home loan into a conventional loan, for instance, and then free up your entitlement to go buy another. But you want to talk to somebody that's going to give you good advice and take you through the planning process to make sure that you're maximizing the benefit. Somebody who understands the benefit and works with a lot of veterans and a lot of VA home loans. Everybody out there is going to offer a VA home loan. It's insured by the Department of Veterans Affairs. So every bank out there is going to offer it because of that insurance, but it does not mean they are the expert. It doesn't mean that they've lived the scenario and it's their home loan benefit. I'm a veteran. I was in the Army. I've used my VA home loan. I know how to maximize it, and I guide people every day on how to use their VA home loan and how to maximize it to build wealth. So if you've been told that you can't rent your VA home out, it's absolutely not true. If you lived in it initially and it was your primary residence, you can do whatever you like with that property. You can sell it, you can rent it, you can leave it vacant. That is totally up to you. What we need to make sure that you're doing is that you're buying a home that upon closing, you're going to be moving into it within a reasonable time period. The VA has deemed that within 60 days is a reasonable time period. So this comes up with a lot of people that are PCSing or doing a permanent change of station. They're moving from one place to the next place, and when they move to their next duty station, they want to move right into the next house and they want to buy a home in that next place. You absolutely can do that. One of two things has to happen. Either that closing has to be within 60 days of the start of your orders or the start of your travel period for those orders, or your spouse, if there is one, has to be able to take occupancy of that property within 60 days. Now, let's say we have a life circumstance that changes and you have to move, or you bought a 1-bedroom condo and now you're pregnant with twins and you need more than 1 bedroom, right? Your life circumstances had a legitimate change, and that would be grounds to then look for alternative living space. They're not going to force you to go rent because you just bought your house with a VA home loan. It just has to make sense, and it has to be real, and it has to be a reason that you're going to go buy that next property. There is no definitive timeline on how long you have to intend to occupy the property. You're going to hear all these different numbers that are out there, and there's a bunch of misinformation. The reality is, when you buy the house, basically what you're signing for, making it an owner-occupied property, is you're going to move into it, and for the next 12 months that you intend on being in that property. That is the general guidance. But again, if something major in your life happens and something changes that legitimizes your need to buy another property, you absolutely can. Beyond that 12 months, you're moving up, you're moving down, you're buying a bigger place, a smaller place, no restrictions. You can do whatever it is that you like, and any of those properties purchased with a VA home loan can become a rental property. And the reality is, a lot of people have done this really well, and they've bought one property and they've been strategic about it, and they've acquired a decent sized real estate portfolio through buying homes that they're going to live in them for that phase of life, and then when life changes and they move up and they buy their forever home, they buy another home using a VA home loan. When they get older and they go to retire, they downsize and they buy another home using their VA home loan. This is absolutely possible, and it's actually something that you probably should explore. If home ownership and building a real estate portfolio is something that you have as a goal, you should absolutely understand how to maximize what I believe is the most powerful home buying program that exists in the VA home loan. If you have questions and you want to talk to somebody who does this every day and does a lot of it and has done it personally, you can feel free to reach out to us at the link below.